Everybody, what's up? Kevin here from the My Song of the Day Rock 2000 to Today YouTube channel, and today we are going to be reviewing the 7th studio album from the band Sum 41, It's Order in Decline. Alrighty, so for those of you who don't know how these album reviews work, or just plumb forgot, this is how this is going to go. First, I'm going to go through each song listed on the album, starting off with song number 1 on the album, going all the way down to song number 10, which is the last one on this album. I'm going to talk about the song's construction, how it sounds, its meaning, and how it fits in with the whole entire album as a whole. Then I will give the album a rating on a scale of 0 to 10, of course as reference, 0 being the Gotti movie that John Travolta starred in, and 10 being Goodfellas. And don't worry, I'll tell you why I think that is. Now if you'll notice, once again, like the Crown the Empire album review, I'm in my old digs. Well, why is that? Why am I not in my bedroom shooting this like I have been? Well, because my apartment don't have AC. This place has AC, and we're in the middle of the July 2019 heat wave. Nice, almost said hit wave. Heat wave, and I don't feel like sweating during these videos. So here we are, and let's go! Okay, so the first song on Order in Decline is the song Turning Away. At the beginning, this has this very soft and weird new wave-ish kind of style guitar sound, which then evolves into a more mature pop punk sound, which I really enjoy. The guitar shredding on this is done to very well done. Not perfection, but very well done, and I really do enjoy it. Now, the message behind the song really talks about avoiding toxic relationships or getting out of toxic relationships and the damage that they can cause, which again is something that's very rather prevalent and very well done for a more mature pop punk song. However, this does not have that Gary V right hook that's going to really stick with you and be the selling point for the album, but it is more like a jab, jab, jab to kind of set up something. And take a look at that as a song, number 1 on the album, first placement. It fits. If the shoe fits, gotta wear it. The second song on Order in Decline is one of the singles, and it is Out for Blood. It has a heavier and more aggressive pop punk sound, and the guitar solo also shows this as well, where it shreds, but it still has that more aggressive pop punk sound where it's not super duper aggressive, but it is there. Now the song is a little weird. It does start out with this poppy style. You're like, wait, what is this? This is not going well. Then it jumps into it, what Sum 41 is known for, and you're like, alright! Take a look at the meaning behind the song. It's all about, again, a lot what Crown the Empire was about, fighting against conformity and being your one true self. And the music video for the song really shows that out there. It's a good song, but much like Turning Away, it does lack that right hook. And as for one of the singles, I wish it had that. I really did. But what you gonna do? So the third song on Order in Decline is A New Sensation. One thing I really liked about this song in terms of construction is that it has this intricate post-hardcore sound that really drives in a certain way that I couldn't really put my finger on at first. And as I was listening to it more and more, I thought this song does sound and drives a lot like Uprising by Musin. It also has this punk influence too, because it's definitely an anti-establishment song. And during the part before the chorus where they're going more persist, resist, it has that vocal style that's very prevalent on the Fever 333, much like they did with Rage Against the Machine. I should say Fever 333. I've been getting knocked for saying the Fever 333. It is an interesting song, but for a punk song that has that post-hardcore feel, and especially if you're going to use influence from Fever 333, doesn't have that hook again. Where's the hook? Guys, where's the hook? So coming in at number 4 on this album is the second single, and that is A Death in the Family. It really has that harder post-hardcore feel to it where the band is starting to experiment with that sound a little bit more, and it's interesting. It really kind of sounds like they're taking their own take on a style that Pierce the Veil has really done well with, except without the high-pitched vocals that Vic Fuentes can produce. And if I was thinking about what does this song kind of sound like, and where does it kind of come with a comparison? Think of it as Sum 41 kind of going as their version of Bulls in the Bronx by Pierce the Veil. Taking a look at the message behind the song, it really is going to that anti-establishment where someone who is the oppressor will eventually get their just desserts, and I have to think this is a dig on US President Donald Trump. Now again, I just cannot get over the fact that these songs, they do have good construction to them. They're very interesting, but they don't have the right hook that we're looking for. They don't have any staying power with you, and especially if you're going to do something that has more of a punk influence to it, you gotta have that kind of a hook, and it's not there. So the fifth song on Order and Decline is Heads Will Roll. The one thing I found interesting about this was the construction of the song. Take two. So coming at number 5 is Heads Will Roll. Now this song had a rather simple construction to it where it really didn't go very far. It sounded like, your standard run-of-the-mill post-hardcore tune, which I gotta say I do respect the experimentation because it is very interesting to see if the band can kind of do, that less is more style, which I thought, again, very interesting. Trying to decode the message was a little bit tough, and I thought I'd talk more about mental health and the problems that can come with just being in bad mental health. I don't really know what other way to put it. I do like the experimentation, but this one kind of just sounded bland in the end. I know some people might be like, whoa, why are you saying bland? It just sounded bland in the end. I thought that the less is more. It kind of was not used to the right way, so the song sounded kind of bland. First half of the album and missing right hooks and a little bland, this ain't turning out the best. So now we're on to song number 6, which is 45, parentheses, a matter of time, end parentheses. I don't know why I keep saying that, but, I'm kind of getting into it. So taking a look at the song, it does mix that hard rock and post-hardcore sound into it, where we have some driving guitars and some rather harsh vocals from Derek, but they're not overpowering, where the song meshes together rather well. And I thought, this was a really good construction, a really good mix, a nice experimentation when it comes to mixing that hard rock sound and the post-hardcore sound. Again, they're kind of similar, but mixing the two intricately together worked here. Taking a look at the message on the song, they really kind of go into against the American establishment of 2019, really, kind of go more of a punk influence there too. And they do bring in some influences and vocals of that screaming style that the Fever 333, man, I keep saying that, Fever 333 and Rage Against the Machine have. Overall, the one thing I really liked about the song was this one actually had the right hook I've been looking for. It had that same power, it had that punch in the gut, and I'm a fan of the song, so see what the rest of the second half of the album holds for us. Ho-ho! So coming in at number 7 is the third single from the album Order and Decline, which is Never There. Now the interesting thing about this one is it does have that pop punk sound, but it's an acoustic pop punk ballad where the guitars are a lot slower paced, but they have a much denser sound to them. Now again, listening to the song, the way it was constructed, the way it sounded, it reminded me a lot of the songs you would see from a middle school dance back in the mid to late 2000s, maybe high school dance, that with that pop punk ballad style that everyone would kind of be like, oh, we got to slow dance to this one now. That's enough of the way it sounds, because the meaning behind this song comes from a very personal place from Derek, and I'm so glad he wrote about this, because it talks all about growing up without a father figure, being raised by a single mother, and the complications that can cause within a child's upbringing, which is something that Derek actually went through as a child and really didn't want to write this song, but it came from such a personal place and it just kind of came out. I am so glad it did, because this is such a deeper look into Derek's situation and is a much more connecting song between the band and the fans. It's a much needed song, and I am a fan of this one. This one has the right hook needed for a pop punk ballad, and yup. So coming at number 8 is the song Eat You Alive. It talks more about mental health and kind of getting past that, not letting yourself, eat yourself alive, because that's never a good thing. You don't want to do that. I've gone through stuff like that, and it's not fun, trust me. Take a look at the song. They continue with that post-hardcore experimentation and seeing where their sound can really work within it. It does kind of sound similar to 45, A Matter in Time, but the one thing that has a difference between the two of them is this one just doesn't have that right hook feel. It also kind of sounds like it could be something that was influenced off of something that Green Day has done in the past. It kind of had that sound and feel a little bit to it, but in terms of that right hook, it's just not there on this one, so it does get lost in the shuffle. So coming in at number 9 on the album is The People Versus. You can clearly tell that this is an anti-establishment song that is aimed at the current American establishment, which is under the direction of President Donald Trump, as this album came out in July 2019 under his first term as president. Taking a look at the song's construction, it takes that Sum 41 pop punk sound and mixes it with post-hardcore sound and punk rock sound. We really look to see where it mixes with the punk rock sound in the verses. They really take take a lot of influence from like what the Ramones have done or what the Sex Pistols have done, which actually work out rather well here. I like the mixture. I like what they did. I like how it comes together. The one thing, again, that kills me about this song, and you guys have heard me say it already, it doesn't have that right hook hit you in the face, remotely anything like that I expect from a punk rock song. It just doesn't have it, which is a shame because something with that kind of an influence and that kind of a message should. It just doesn't have it. So the last song in order and decline is Catching Fire. Now this song has more of a deconstructed, downtrodden pop punk sound from what Sum 41 was known for from their pop punk sound back in the day and what they are known for still today. So it really brings it down a lot. And it really, in my opinion, is the least experimental one on the album. And that's because they really mixed a lot of different sounds throughout the first 9 songs. In this one, they took their classic sound and just dialed it back. Again, it's experimental in a way, but it's not fully experimental. Taking a look at the meaning behind the song, it really focuses on getting past a breakup or losing a loved one, which can really take a toll on some people. But that kind of downtrodden pop punk song, focusing on that, it does make sense. Overall, I actually do really like this song, but there is another issue I have with it, and you guys have heard me say this so many times during this video. For a song like this, with the message behind it and as slow as it goes to really drive that emotion, the right hook doesn't hit. It's a lot of jab, jab, jab. There's not really a right hook here. And with songs like these, you gotta hit me with them. You gotta hit me in the face with those right hooks, guys. You gotta. Alrighty, so now it's time to give you my rating of Order and Decline by Sum 41. And I'm gonna give Order and Decline a 5.5 out of 10. Okay, so why am I giving Order and Decline a 5.5 out of 10? Let's take a look at what I liked about this album. I really liked the fact that Sum 41 really experimented with their own sound across a couple of different subgenres of rock music. I really like how they took some of the songs and mixed rock music and pop punk and hard rock and post-hardcore and really kind of went through and kind of changed the style, changed the tone of a lot of their songs. And I thought that was a very smart move by the band because they still kept their core sound in the middle. Now, taking a look at some of the other things I liked is there were some songs where they went very personal into them and really put their hearts out there, like A Death in the Family, especially Never There, and of course Turning Away as well. Now, there are songs on this album, especially 2 songs, that I loved how they were constructed and the fact that they hit with that right amount of right hook that you needed to have them stick with you, such as 45 A Matter of Time, and of course Never There, which is the most personal song for Derek on the album. So why do I dislike this album and why is it a 5.5 out of 10 and not higher? Well, I'm going to say this again. There are 8 songs on here that really miss that right hook potential to really bring you in. 45, A Matter of Time, and Never There had that. And when it comes to the terms and how they experimented, then the messages, they could have brought that very well, but it seems like they missed the mark on that. And it just makes me not really associate well with this album. Another reason why is because I felt like some of the messages that they put out there and some of the meanings behind the songs were forced and really lacked a little bit of personality. Now what I'm saying is forced is when I saw a lot of the political stuff, the anti-American establishment and going against current President Donald Trump, I saw that as forced. It didn't really come as full-on genuine like we saw on Never There. That one was chock full of genuine personality and very personal for the band, and the other stuff kind of just sound like it was put out there as filler. Now, I'm not saying that they don't really feel that. What I'm saying is it just didn't seem like it came from a very personable place, and it did lack the ability to give me that right hook. So there are moments I like on this album, and I really do respect the experimentation. This isn't the worst that they've done, but this clearly ain't their best. Alright, well that's it for me. Thank you for watching the My Song of the Day Rock 2000 Today album review on Order and Decline by Sum 41. If you like what we did, give me that like. If you dislike what I did, give me that dislike. But put in the comments why you like my review or why you disliked it, and then give me your review as well. I'll read them, I'll look at them, and we'll talk more Sum 41 music. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Not the big one. Get that out of here. Hit the little one in the corner because that will actually subscribe, and that bell icon when we release videos every single Wednesday or some special Monday ones. Hey, you'll be notified. How about that? Woo! Also, follow us on our social media pages, linked in the description below. So we've got our Facebook page. That's where you're going to get a lot of the information, like the Song of the Day feature. You're going to know when podcasts come out, when YouTube videos come out. You're going to know all of that stuff. Follow us on Twitter because, you're going to know when that stuff comes out as well. But that's where we like to engage with our audience and really talk music on just a straight up level. Also, follow us on Instagram, where we will comment on a lot of things and really talk to music about people that are posting a lot of pictures regarding to music. We will also do certain things like ask you questions. We'll do our IGTV videos, which is our behind the scenes look, behind the curtain, what's going on, to give you a little bit more of an inside scoop. It's like a vlog, but that's how we run it. And also our Instagram live streams, which go live every single Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central Time, where you come, you ask us questions, we give you answers, and we get into a great conversation for an hour. Again, links in the description below. Also, if you're not listening to the Chord Progression Podcast, that's our podcast. You should be listening to it. First off, it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and here on YouTube as well. But what do we do on the Chord Progression Podcast? We go deep dive into music, and we talk to a lot of people. We talk to the fans of the My Song of the Day page. We talk to them about new music that's come out, new albums that they like, and we review them with them as well. We also like to talk to small bands that we're going to be featuring on our Small Band Saturday. We'll get to that in a little bit. But you get to get an inside scoop on some of the up-and-coming bands before they hit it big. You get to really get into their personality, their sound, their style, who they are, and it's just a great conversation. So join us as a Chord Progression Podcast fan and listen. New episodes every single Tuesday. Lastly, if you are not subscribed to our Amazon Alexa and you have an Amazon Echo device, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be on that. That's where you can hear all the Song of the Day stuff. So all you have to do is say, hey Alexa, play my Song of the Day. And Alexa will say, playing your Song of the Day. From there, you'll get a 5-second intro from this guy, and then you'll hear the whole entire song in its entirety the way the artist intended. Once it's over, boom, it's over. And what that means is if you want to listen again, say, hey Alexa, play my song today, and boom, she'll play it again. It's a great way to start out your morning, get to the middle of the day, get through a workout, end your night. And you can also use it to rediscover old bands you love, find out about new bands, find out about new music, find out about everything. It's great. And then once it's over, once the day's over, you get a brand new song every single day to listen to. And best part, it's free. On Saturdays, we feature all those small bands we were talking about, and you get to actually listen to their music. Full. It's awesome. So please enable that on your Alexa skill device, link in the description below. And I want to say thank you for being a part of the best rock community on the internet. I love communicating with you guys. I love talking with you guys. I love all the honest feedback and all the honest opinions about music, albums, and what we're doing. I want to hear them. Loving you guys. Thanks for supporting me. And this is Kevin from the My Song of the Day Rock 2000 to Today YouTube channel. And you guys know I end these videos. Wait, I definitely turned my hat around during that video, didn't I? Yeah, I did. But still, hat flip. Oh, I got on my head. See ya!